In today's world, the flow of wealth and industrialization is fast moving towards regions with deep hunger for innovative infrastructure that blurs the lines between commerce and industry. And that one solution is transportation. Ogun State, seated deep in the heart of the giant of Africa, is renowned as the gateway state because of its unique position on the map of Nigeria.
So we're indeed a gateway state, and we refer to ourselves as being the gateway to the prosperity of Nigeria. We are gateway to Lagos State, we are gateway to Oyo State, to Ondo State, to Osun State, and we're gateway to the Republic of Benin, which is another country in the ECOWAS sub-region. We believe that if we point ourselves as an administration that respects all the tenets of good governance, we will be able to have ticked the creation of an enabling environment for people to come here, to live, to work, and to play in our state. That was clearly our vision for our good people. And I set forth to begin to identify the team that would be able to aptly work on the implementation of that vision. That led us to what we call ISHEA, which are our 5 developmental pillars. So it is through ISHEA that we planned and we have been implementing our multi-dimensional vision for the good people of Ogun State. But the first thing we did was to create the Ministry of Transportation, which didn't exist before.
The strategy for His Excellency, Prince Dapo Abiodun MFR's administration is for the Ministry of Transportation to plan and implement an integrated multimodal transport system that is accessible, safe, and affordable for the people of the Gateway State. To underscore the importance of this initiative, the Ogun State government collaborated with the United Kingdom Foreign and Commonwealth Development Office and the Olabisi Onabanjo University to prepare the state transport policy and a strategic transportation intervention plan.
Using those, we've been able to put together a multimodal transportation plan for Ogun State. Of course, as I've just been saying, it's a reflection of the fact that transportation is seen as critical to economic development within the state.
Effective transportation will drive the inclusion of this agenda across various parts of Ogun State and foster access to economic activities within the state. We are connecting the Ijebu Development Cluster, which recently commissioned a massive toll road project that will have about 10,000 hectares that will provide infrastructure for various economic activities, one of which will be the automobile hub. This will take you to the Remo Development Cluster, home to the Aerotropolis, an airport city which houses a special agro-processing zone for agriculture stakeholders.
That's a center where goods that are planned for export will be brought to and tested to be sure that it meets, international best standards.
Linking you to the Magboro Economic Development Cluster, a mixed-use industrial, commercial, and residential estate which will also feature leisure parks. Further connecting you to the Uptown to Agbara to Ota Economic Cluster, an industrial hub for all commercial activities. From there, you can link to the Ewekoro Wasimi Economic Cluster, which serves as an industrial hub. Leading you to the Mekoafon Aworo Economic Cluster, which is being planned to become the state's natural reserve. And Abeokuta Economic Development Center. In addition, the state has placed a high priority to actualizing the Olokola Free Trade Zone, which includes the development of a deep sea port. Each of these economic development clusters has their individual terminals that create access for commuters to easily navigate through the state and crucially provide connectivity to the economic development clusters to other neighboring states, including Lagos. The Ogun State Transport Master Plan is the first of its kind in the state and has been made possible through the tireless efforts of the Ministry of Transportation, entrusted with an executive mandate to bring about the dream and vision of the Governor of Ogun State, His Excellency Prince Dapo Abiodun MFR, to usher in a new reality in Ogun State.
It is clear that as of today, in excess of 90% of transportation in our state is road-based. But having said that, there are other opportunities for us to introduce other modes of transportation to serve the needs of residents, businesses, visitors, leisure activities within our state.
Ogun State road networks have been boosted by His Excellency Prince Dapo Abiodun MFR's administration with the construction of the Ekpe-Ijebu-Ode Expressway, a 14-kilometer road. The newly commissioned President Muhammadu Buhari Expressway from Interchange to Abeokuta, with other important roads such as Aton to Agbara, Ilaro to Aton through Owode, Ilaro to Shagamu, Ayetoro to Abeokuta, Ilishan to Agoiwoye, Shagamu to Ikene, Ikperu to Ilishan, and Adodo to Ikoga Ile. Altogether, almost 400 kilometers of road reconstruction and/or expansion have been completed or ongoing in the effort to assure safe and accessible access to all 20 local government areas in the state. For railway, we see opportunities in using light rail to cater for the existing transport and traffic demands, and fortunately for us, the federal government has just recently implemented the Lagos-Ibadan Railway project, and a vast majority of it passes through Ogun State. These include the Lagos to Ibadan Standard Gauge Railway, which runs through Ogun State with passenger stations at the Alhaji Lateef Jakande Station at Alagbado, Professor Yemi Osinbajo Station at Kajola, Chief Fumilayo Ransom Kuti Station at Bakbalanto, Professor Wole Soyinka Station at Abeokuta, and Aremo Olusegun Oshoba Station at Olodo. A major rail assembly and maintenance facility is also being constructed at Kajola. In the long term, rail infrastructure and passenger and cargo train services will connect the standard gauge railway to the Aerotropolis, cargo airport, and special agriculture processing zone sited within the Remo economic cluster. The Red Line will originate in Lagos and connect with Ogun State at the Agbado through Ijoko to Kajola Ifo rail stations. The Blue Line running through Okokomaiko from Marina in Lagos will be extended to Agbara through Lusada and Ogungwandong Free Trade Zone. The Purple Line cuts across Ojo in Lagos to the Redeemed Christian Church of God RCCG Moe up to Aerotropolis, with interchanges with the Blue and Red Lines. The first step of the master plan is the introduction of the pilot phase of the Gateway Bus Scheme. This administration unveils the Gateway Bus, a newly instituted mass transit service designed to improve public transportation and achieve urban-rural mobility across the state, giving people access to every key developmental infrastructure. The Gateway Bus will serve as the pathway to these clusters, connecting people to explore the socio-economic opportunities within these areas.
Our plans to commission our mass bus transit system, which is part of our multimodal transport master plan. This bus system will provide mass transportation for our people that traveling within Ogun State and also traveling between Ogun State and adjacent states, particularly in the first instance, Lagos State. So when you look at traffic from places like Mowe, Ibafon, Redeem Camp, people that are going, the volume of people that are migrating every morning between those locations and Lagos State, and the number of vehicular traffic that you see has allowed for us to believe that it is important that we have a mass transit option.
The interstate route between Lagos and Ogun State is in partnership with the United Kingdom Foreign Commonwealth Development Office and the Future City Nigeria program. The interstate routes will leverage on existing BRT lanes in Lagos, which terminates in Abule-Egba, would now run to Ota. Likewise, for commuters residing on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway can commute from the Shagamu interchange through Mowe, Ibafo, all the way to Mile 12. People can also take a bus across the Shagamu to Mile 2 bus route and navigate through the train station within the Purple Line at RCCG and connect to the Aerotropolis or the cargo airport in the state. The new improved multimodal transport system offers interconnected access to each of the available means of transport in the state. Commuters can board a bus from Pansheke to catch a train at the Professor Wole Soyinka rail station at Ladenri.
As a ministry, therefore, we have a very big task and a big job in that transformation. All the cities of the state and towns will enjoy their own intra-city bus systems. And across the cities, the intention of His Excellency is to introduce intercity services as well. And therefore, to that extent, very soon, in Abeokuta, we shall be launching a pilot bus service between Itaoshin and Adaton within the state.
The state's cultural heritage sites can now be explored using the intra-city routes, as the Gateway bus will ply 14 bus routes across the capital city. The air-conditioned buses with Wi-Fi access and telephone charging ports will offer daily services from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. on weekdays and 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. on weekends. There are plans to introduce ticketing systems that people can see, which are currently being used in Lagos and other parts of the country, making it easy to use in Ogun State. The time has come for the good people of Abeokuta to enjoy the Gateway bus. Join us as we commission the Gateway bus to officially ply the entire state, starting from the state capital, Abeokuta. You can now discover the luxury of the mass transit bus anywhere you're going, in and out of the new Ogun State.
Something new is set to happen in Ogun State.
Ogun State is officially open for you to live, work and play. Let the Gateway bus lead you to a wealth of opportunities. Gateway bus, the gateway to your prosperity.